Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. So in today's video guys, I would like to talk about several things which in my opinion you have to get rid of as soon as possible. And let's start with the first one. You have to stop blaming other people or other things of something that has happened to you recently. I'm 27 years old and I immediately remember myself when I was 15 years old, when I was 10 years old. I remember that I actually had the tendency to blame not myself regarding what happens to me, but other circumstances, other people, maybe whatever, anything except myself. And this is the biggest problem, I think. This is the biggest issue which I think that even most of the adults understand. I see lots of people, let's say, for example, on the road, in the supermarket, and some other places, for some reason, they have this program. If something happens to them, for some reason, instead of blaming themselves, they appear to be here at this particular time. They maybe decided to choose this way of doing something or another. For some reason, they try to actually escape, I don't know, accepting this reality that it's only them who are accountable for what's going on right now in their life. And what I'm saying is that I actually try to follow this idea that even if you are just walking around and there is a brick falling, just dropping on your head, you are the only one, you are the only individual who is responsible for this. Not the man actually throwing this away, not the wind or some weather parameters. You are the only guy, you are the only person responsible for this. This is what you have to understand. I promise you 100%, help you to escape this mentality and this way of thinking that you always try to, let's say, to put all this responsibility, as I've said, regarding what's happened in your life to other people's shoulders. You will immediately notice, once you start adhering to this idea of blaming only yourself, you will immediately notice that it's a lot easier to live, to perceive other people, to deal with some problems, because you understand that, again, the only person who is accountable, who is actually capable of deciding whether it was a correct idea or not, is you. Actually you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Of course, the reason why, because of course if we discuss some problem, there should be a reason. And the reason for this is that if you blame other people, other circumstances, whatever, it's a lot easier to perceive this, because you kind of like, okay, it's not me who's done this, or it's not me who are responsible for this. It's sort of like easier to accept, because again, the less obligations and the less responsibilities you have, kind of, it's easier to process this and it's easier to live with this for the majority of people. The second problem, which I think you have to eradicate from your life as soon as possible: paying attention, being concerned about some minuscule and unimportant things. What I'm saying is that I recently bought this book. I'm not saying that it's something that I, haven't had any idea about. I guess you probably know about this book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And the idea of this book is that you need to try to give less fucks about some ordinary and pretty much common things. For example, other people's opinions, I don't know, some problems occurring out of nowhere. You have to pay attention and actually being concerned about this kind of like wide circle of problems. Your family, your relationship, your friends, maybe your health, not maybe, of course, your health, your sport routine, your professional side. But what I see on practice, especially adults, especially, families, people not even pay attention. They are really preoccupied about some stuff like something which has absolutely nothing to do with their life. Let me give you an example. Just 2 weeks ago, I decided to dismantle my old sofa. And there was a mattress which I decided to put just out of my apartment. And unfortunately, I couldn't find any other place. It's frankly saying it's pretty heavy stuff. It was a little bit difficult to move this outside and, you know, actually throw this to the garbage. I decided to leave this, you know, several meters out of my apartment. Of course, in a place which wouldn't disturb other people. Maybe their space, their, you know, some kind of boundaries or something. And here are my neighbors telling me that, you know, what the hell you've just done? Can you just actually throw this mattress away? Because it actually disturbs us. It, I don't know, interrupts us from doing something, whatever. And I was like, holy crap, guys. I mean, don't you have other things to be responsible for, to be like occupied or to be concerned about? Holy crap. Because, for example, I have 3 YouTube channels. This one is just actually like my hobby, and I'm making this video just because I have something I just wanted to just get off my chest. I have my main YouTube channel regarding teaching English. I have other YouTube channel regarding fitness. And I have so many things to do. I have so many interesting things to do that I don't give a about, for example, other people's items, possessions, you know, where they stand in. It's not my fucking cup of tea. It's just not my business at all. This is actually the second interesting reason why I've decided to buy this book, because again, I rarely do I find something interesting in this book. It's maybe more about like admitting that this information have been sort of like formalized and written in a clever and smart way that shows that, yeah, you know this stuff, you know how to apply this stuff. And yeah, the point is that you just need to, so as not to pay attention to some minuscule and unimportant stuff, you have to surround yourself with really interesting tasks which will be really worth spending your energy in your, I would say, mental health. This is the point. Stop paying attention and stop being concerned about some small and unimportant stuff which are at all not worth your energy and your mental state. This is the point. Then the last thing which I want to cover in this video, I would even say I would put this, you know, to the first place actually. People who envy to other people's success and to other people's progress. Frankly saying, it destroys the whole life, you know, you are experiencing. Because what most people don't understand is that I usually say that just go and ask some people about, for example, some famous people, actors, sportsmen, some celebrities, whatever, and ask them if they want to be them. And they will immediately tell you, yeah, of course, I won't be them. I won't just be in their shoes, wherever. But no one will tell you and will pay attention to their background. Because if you envy to other people, you should also envy to their, let's call this way, dark side, their background, I would say the origins of their resources. For example, let me get this straight. As I said, I have a YouTube channel. I have, you know, 7,000 subscribers on my main channel regarding teaching English. And let's say I decide to, you know, compare my channel to other people. And I was like, holy crap, there are other channels with million subscribers, and here I am with 7,000 subscribers, actually worth nothing. That's it. I'm going to actually close my YouTube channel, quit this idea, and, you know, go do some stupid work, stupid job. It's absolutely pointless, it's absolutely ridiculous to compare yourself to the people who are at this completely different level. Because makes absolutely no sense. Coordinates are different, you know. You're here, they're there, at their own level. And you're kind of like trying to compare unequal parameters. Not only does it mislead you, but also it gives you completely wrong perspective about where you are, about who you are, about, you know, how quality your videos are. It can be related to everything. Whether you have a real business, whether you have some, you know, profession, wherever, or you have YouTube channel, doesn't matter. Stop comparing yourself to other people who are at different levels. All you can do is to maybe compare yourself to people who are at the equal level, at the same level. For example, they have pretty much the same number of subscribers, maybe they have the same amount of turnover in their business, maybe they have the same amount of goods and services sold, because not only will it help you to stay in the, you know, in the right mental mind, but also it will help you to receive and get this objective data regarding your about like where you are, about who you are, about which quality your videos have, etc., etc., about like which quality I don't know, about, let's say, about the quality of your products. As I've said, it can be a real business, it can be digital business, videos, whatever. Again, guys, let's maybe summarize. And okay, guys, so I think that will do for this video. Let's quickly summarize with what we talked about so far in this video. The first one, stop paying attention to really minuscule and unimportant things in your life. Something which is kind of like beyond your main circle of things. Your relationship, your friends, your family, your health, your sport routine, your professional side, knowledge, and all these things. When it comes to other people's opinion, when it comes to some political stuff, when it comes to some economic stuff, which is beyond your control, please just put this aside and focus your energy on something else. This is the point. That will do for this video. Let's quickly summarize what we've talked about in this video so far. The first one is stop blaming other people and other circumstances of what happened in your life. The only person, the only individual who is accountable for what's happened in your life is fucking, sorry for this word, is you. You are the only individual who is accountable for what's happening in your life. That's the point. The second one which we discussed is actually envying to other people's success. Stop envying to other people without delving deeply in their background. If you have no idea about the origins of people's success, if you have no idea about what they've gone through so far, it's absolutely irrelevant to pay attention to their, let's call it this way, bright side. The origins and the negative stuff should also be considered. And the last thing which we've discussed is actually comparing yourself to other people and envying to other people's success, because again, as I've said, it's absolutely irrelevant. You should compare your result with people's results who are at the same level as you are. Unequal parameters, comparing, for example, you actually having recently started playing football with Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi or whatever, is absolutely not only ridiculous, but makes absolutely no sense, because you just thinking rationally, you have no positive sides and no benefits. You don't receive objective data, you destroy your mental health, you actually discouraging yourself, and all things combined together actually will make you, I would say, the most miserable person right now you've ever seen. That's the point. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe on this channel and give me a thumbs up, and of course leave me comments down below if you're interested in this and maybe you have your own stories, your own opinions and perspectives about this matter. That will do. See you in our next video. Bye.